Back to another podcast at Ballin and Burgundy. I'm your host, DC Commander Justin. I'm with,
What's going on, guys? Y'all know me. Y'all know me. It is John Dowd once again, your other great co-host.
and we have a great pod for you today. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about the Giants. We're going to do an off-season simulator and a mock draft. So it's going to be fun. But happy December, everybody. 'Tis the season. Have fun getting your lights, your trees,
Yep.
everything else.
Tis the season to you guys. Tis the season. I hope everyone has a safe Christmas, a safe Hanukkah, whatever religion you guys, whatever celebration you guys do during the summer. I hope you guys have a safe and well-rested one. And let's get started.
So many of you know this Sunday we play the Giants. Giants, I think they're bluffers to me. They
Right.
they got a coach, believes in his quarterback, Danny,
Daniel
his
Jones.
Danny boy.
Yep.
Made a system to where Danny could play great in that system, which don't get me wrong, he has looked okay recently. I'm not saying he's going to be elite. I'm not saying he's Zach Wilson recently, but
Yep.
he's playing decent. Their team's been banged up pretty recent. They've had two cornerbacks go down, a safety go down, a couple of linemen in and out, D
Yep.
linemen in and out.
Oh, linemen.
So they're a whole mess right now.
Yeah, it's a mess right now. Guys, I am going to pull up the injury report on the Giant side, and I'm gonna get this up here. So right now it is Wednesday. You guys can see this on Thursday, so it will change. But right now, backup running back, no lineman, corner, Adoree Jackson, starting receiver Richie James, O lineman Shane Lumix. Sorry for the bad pronunciation. Rookie tight end Daniel Bellinger, who's looked great. Shane Belton, a backup safety, backup linebacker, and Carter Coughlin. Their center, John Feliciano, another two corners, Fabian Morel, the DB, and defensive lineman Leonard Williams. The first five names listed off were do not practice, and those other names were limited practice on Wednesday. Evan Neal and Tyree Phillips, two of their offensive tackles, were a full practice, but this kind of gives us a little indication of, okay, who's going to be in and out? Is their secondary going to be banged up? Is their offensive line going to be banged up? Because their starting starter's out for the year. Rookie Wandale Robinson's out for the year, which I thought he looked great. I give him credit. With Tony being gone, he stepped up. So Giants gonna be a little banged up, but so will we. Milne and St. Juste and Trey Turner have been do not practice on Wednesday. So Sam Cosmi's at right tackle, right tackle or right guard for right now, which I think is what he naturally was at BAM, Texas. And then Gibson was on limited practice. Center Tiny Logan Thomas and Chase Young were all limited practice. That makes sense. Thomas has been in and out. Chase has been out all year. In my opinion, if he doesn't play, I wouldn't play him in MetLife with the turf, because that is injury waiting to happen. Maybe you start him right after the bye, but we'll see. Right now, I think if we're just talking about injuries, I think right now we're gonna have a healthier squad. Talent-wise, we look much better. Record-wise, it's the Giants. They're only at 7-4. We're at 7-5. But I think I'm with Justin. The record is a bit overblown.
Agreed. It's just like Philly. I mean, Philly, they do have good players. They got a bunch of big name players, but the Giants don't have truly a whole lot of big name players. They just have a decent coach, made a good system, made it work for everybody on their offense and defensive side and specials.
A great running
But
back.
oh my God, yeah,
Barkley
Barkley,
number one.
generation talent.
Yeah.
He is. Honestly, he is. He just doesn't have the O line to show.
No.
It hasn't been healthy enough to recently.
No.
But it's going to be a pretty fair fight, I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Because the Giants are just like us. I mean, we're banged up. They're banged up. They're way worse than us.
Yeah.
We might have, like you said, we have the talent. That pass rush, we'll get to Danny. I'm telling you, we'll get to him. But you have to treat Danny like kind of like a mobile quarterback. You can't let him out the pocket, and that's something that's killed us. And Barkley, he's just got to be stopped the whole game.
Yep.
You want Danny to beat you with his arm more than his legs or Barkley.
Yep.
That has to be an ingredient for us to win. Contain Danny in the pocket and keep Barkley limited.
Absolutely. It's going to be this for me. If Jack goes into this mindset of the exact same defensive play we played against the Eagles, was you keep Jalen in the pocket, you contain the running backs, and you get after them, we're going to have a good time. We didn't look great until the fourth quarter against Atlanta. We let them run every other down. It'd be a first down, they're 6 yards. Second down, they picked up, they move the chains. Mariota's no, big name, but we let him look pretty good. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback in this league. We shut him down. Danny Dimes is no slouch. He's in this league for a reason. bit of an overblown statement, but he's in this league for a reason. Treat him like you treat Jalen Hurts. Treat him like you would treat Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Treat him like a threat.
Yeah, but you have to also like I was saying, you have to treat him as also a mobile quarterback too. That's something that you can't go, oh, he's not that fast. I mean, look at all the times he's played us. He has ran out the pocket.
Yes.
He has got 15, 20 yards. He has got, I think, a touchdown or two on the ground rushing.
Yep.
So you have to minimize him outside the pocket and stop Barkley. Because the Giants receiving core hasn't looked promising recently
No.
at all.
No. And I was watching I believe it was Good Morning America or it was Get Up This Morning or on Wednesday. The Giants, when Saquon's under 60 yards, don't really have an offense. They do not look good when Saquon cannot run the ball effectively. If he gets over 100 yards, they're in these games. But if he's under 60, they are squeaking by. Those 4 losses, A, they weren't always a better team, but B, Saquon wasn't doing great. And Danny is allergic to having great games because he's just like his mentor and will throw an interception. So we can get turnovers. If we can get 3 sacks or more, a pick, force him to stay in the pocket, make him uncomfortable. Like you said, treat him like a mobile quarterback. Like exactly what we did against Jalen Hurts and the Eagles when we shut down their undefeated season was you treat him like a mobile threat. You treat him like a dual quarterback. Kyler's one, Justin Herbert's one, Jalen Hurts is one, Dak is one,
Heineke.
I mean, I just mean opponents. I mean, there's probably 6 in every in each conference that is a dual threat mobile quarterback. Danny Dimes is one of them. Treat him like it. Treat him like a running back. Don't even treat him like a quarterback. Treat him like a running back. Shut down his legs. So you make him play with his arm.
Yeah, because he's not the most accurate guy at times, especially with their Giants receiving core has been pretty bad recently.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean,
it's not been the worst, but it's not been their bread and butter.
No, I mean they barely hung with the Cowboys. Barely. Barkley hung them with the Cowboys. He was the reason why they were getting somewhere at times.
Yep. I mean, I'm looking at because I Daniel Jones in my fantasy league for 2 weeks because Kyler's been hurt. Oh well. Against Dallas, 3 rushes for 14 yards, but then he had 228 passing and a touchdown. He didn't throw a pick. He threw 2 picks against Detroit. Okay. He's thrown a pick against Tennessee in week 1. He's thrown a pick against Dallas in week 3. And he threw a pick against Baltimore. But he's been having he put up 341 against Detroit, 197 against Houston, 176 against Seattle, 196 in week 3 to Dallas. Like he's putting up decent numbers, but it's nothing that's going to cause us to lose this game. Our secondary should feast on Daniel Bellinger if he plays, should feast on Richie James if he plays, feast on these receivers who are 3rd, 4th, 5th string guys who are now playing like they're supposed to be wide receivers 1, 2, and 3.
100%. A lot of that's going to depend on if Benjamin St-Juste is going to play this week. And if he is, I think the secondary will have a good time, good matchup versus the Giants. The Giants like to play a lot of short, intermediate passes. They don't air it out every other play. They do these simple slants, ins, outs, comeback routes. That's all they basically run.
That's what they do.
And hit you deep every once in a while. Yep. So if you contain that short, intermediate field, make him do a shot. Cam Carroll and Derek Forrest, I have faith in the 2 guys. The duo is probably the best one in the league right now, safety.
Yeah.
Between us, or them 2 and the Ravens right now.
Yeah, but Kyle Hamilton and was it Geno Stone? Are they the safety?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle Hamilton, 1st round pick, 14. I wanted him, but he looks great. Kendall, Curl and Forrest, young. Curl was 7th round pick. Forrest was a 5th round pick. They're top safeties right now. Honestly, you could keep a 1 high safety. I'd keep Curl in the backfield. You could honestly rush Forrest. Have him blitz because you'll still have Jamin and you might have Cole Holcomb, hopefully, and you let them if they're running short 5, 6 yard routes. Linebackers going to get to them. You blitz Forrest because they're going to double team Deron and they're going to double team or triple team Don Allen. Well, now you just let Forrest contain Daniel. I like Forrest's speed and he will drop a motherfucker.
100%.
I mean, now, if you saw the hit against sorry to cut you off, but if you saw the hit against Mariota for Forrest, spine buster.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a wrestling fan, so I could hear, JR, he broke him in half. Just spine bustered him. Forrest is not afraid to get physical.
No. Forrest, Davis,
yep.
John Ridgeway, he's looked pretty good. Daniel Wise, they're all looking pretty good. No. I'm not worried about the D-line depth at all.
No.
Asa Toonhill, all look pretty good.
Yeah. DN might be a little weird with rotation because you have Wise, since Smith Williams, since Chase isn't there, as long as Duran and Allen and Ridgeway, honestly, if you run that 5 set, because Duran and Payne will, or Duran and Allen, excuse me, will both warrant double teams. So either there's 3/4 of your offensive line. Well, you still have Ridgeway in the middle, you have Sweat, and let's see if Smith Williams coming off the edge. Well, now you've just contained the box because now you have the center really figuring out who to go to. Do you triple team? Do you single man to man? Do you wait for them? Saquon isn't going to block, if we're being honest, and their tight end, that still leaves another man open. Montez Sweat versus Saquon Barkley, if you're going to block, I like Sweat much more than I like Saquon. I'm sorry, but I do.
100%. Let's talk about our offense. Our offense has looked sluggish recently. The run game, they're playing that Alex Smith when he was on the Redskins scheme. Run heavy, elite defense.
Yep.
That's what we're doing right now. We don't give a crap. We're just hold possession of the ball the whole game, as long as we can do it, milk clock. And it has worked out. And it's a very good scheme if it's done right. And last couple games, it has looked pretty dang good. Heineke has to play smart. Yeah. He's the question mark on this offense. You have to get Terry McLaurin included. You need to get Dotson included. You need to get Samuel doing some jet sweeps here and there. I'm not saying every other play run it, do a jet sweep. I'm just saying every once in a while get Samuel
drive, maybe twice drive if you're lucky. I agree to get Dotson involved. Now Ron did address this on Wednesday. He addressed Dotson is slowly getting back into this offense coming off of IR. That's why we're running 2, 3, 4 tight end sets. Is because you get the block, and B, you have McLaurin and Samuel on your left. You have like 2 tight ends ready to go on your right. Robinson and Gibson out the backfield. You're going to set up the run. Pass is going to set up because last game, Robinson going on the left side, you had Curtis and you had Diame block, and they looked great at the block. And Robinson went for, I think that was the 20-yard rush. It wasn't the touchdown. It was the other one on the left.
Yeah, it was 20-22 or something. Yeah. Yeah, but, I mean, here's the question. Giants defense, they're mid-tier. They're not elite. They're not special. They're banged up.
Yeah.
They got guys forcing themselves to probably play this Sunday. If the offense could block, the run game keep going, and Heineke didn't turn the ball over more than 2 times, we have a legit chance to beat the Giants.
We do. We absolutely do.
They're not that good of a team. The record says otherwise, but I don't. It's a scheme system heavy team. That's all they are.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna pull up the Giants defense. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone, guys, because I don't want to give you guys epilepsy. I deal with that in the bathroom because our light doesn't work. But their defense, Leonard Williams, like I said, is questionable. They have a few guys. Half their secondary is questionable. Belton, like I said, Fabian Monroe, Cordell Floyd, one of their corners is questionable. Xavier McKinney is questionable. Or Dory Jackson right now on the depth chart, it says he's out. So if that's the case, you have Nick McLeod at corner. You have Julian Love at safety, who's pretty good. I'll give him credit. He looks good. You have Jason Pinnock, and you have Rodarius Williams. Linebacker wise, they're all right. Kayvon Thibodeau, he's listed as a linebacker, but he truly rushes. Jalen Smith, Micah McFadden, that's the rookie, and O'Shane Zimes, ODU. So let's go. Talent wise, they're not the worst team. They have talent. Injury wise, half their secondary is injured. That's gonna be the kicker. Is this a game where we got to run heavy, or is this gonna be the game where Taylor Litz goes for 250 yards and Terry McLaurin has a 100-yard game?
It's got to be a balanced game. I mean, you have to set up the run in order to set that play action up in the passing game. So I expect a run heavy, then go to a passing, then it get make all, then want to start passing more, and then you go back to that run. It's got to be like a poker game,
Yeah.
You have to keep playing and playing and playing until get that royal flush.
Yeah, because Ron said it. The passing game sets up the run game. Well, the run game's gonna have to set up the pass game. This is gonna be. I've said this before. Both with Tony. Shout out Protect Sports. Said it with you. I've said it with I believe it was someone. I believe I said it when I was over on Protect Sports that one night. Is the Houston, the Chicago, and the Giants. Like these past few games, these next few games coming up, will all be trap games. We've gotten lucky with Indy, Chicago, Atlanta. Gotten lucky. These next few games are going to say, okay, are we a playoff team, or are we squeaking in at that 7th spot?
Playoffs or pretenders?
Yeah,
that's God's honest truth. I mean, Giants. To me right now, they're pretenders. It's the scheme that's really working for them. They got a bunch of players that fit their scheme. That's all they've done. Yep. Cowboys, they have talent. Don't get me wrong. You're talking about adding OBJ soon, so that's another person in the handful.
Yep.
We could beat the Cowboys. I don't know. We're a late round. We're a late bloomer kind of team.
We are.
We start terrible and okay to decent.
Yeah.
You can beat Cowboys. Philly, We could smoke Philly again. Birds are fake. They're not that good as everybody thought they were.
As of late, no, this defense has let them down. The last five Giants games, I'm gonna list these off. So in their last five, they are 3-2. They beat Baltimore 24-20. They beat Jacksonville 23-17. They lost to Seattle 27-13. They won against Houston, go figure, 24-16. But then they lost to Detroit 31-18. And they lost to Dallas on Thanksgiving 28-20. And Barkley in those five games. So against Baltimore, or last six, my apologies, last six. So Baltimore, 83 yards rushing. Jacksonville, 110. Seattle, 53. Houston, 152. Detroit, 50. Dallas, 39.
Matter of fact, contain Barkley. That's basically what
Barkley.
you're saying.
That's
what Jack's got to do.
That's going to be, I think, the number one scheme is not necessarily draft Daniel, who we both agree should be, is you contain Saquon. If you can get him, like I said, under 60, under 70, if you want to push the limit, then do it. Then you got to tell guys like Darius Slayton, you got tell guys like Richie James to tell them, hey, go beat our secondary. Kendall Fuller, he came in the clutch last week against Atlanta. Forrest and Curl, killers out in the field. St. Juice, if he comes back, quietly locking down receivers, I might add. He'll give up a touchdown, but he'll lock them up. Linebackers are going to play. Jamin Davis has been the most improved player on this team. I'll give him that mantle right now.
100%.
Like, I went into this season thinking need to draft a linebacker. On previous episodes before Ballin and Burgundy, we sat down with Logan Paulson, the former tight end, now analyst for the Commanders. He said Jamin's been improving and looked great. I took a step back, like, hey, I'll concave to that. I'll look at it. These past 6 weeks where we've gone 6-1. Well, last 7 weeks we've gone 6-1. It's balled out. He's looked great. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am too. He's looked pretty good where he could, cover. He could. I mean, his coverage in the best, but he's definitely a run stopper for sure.
Yeah. And he'll rush the quarterback. I think he has like 2.5 or 3 sacks on the year. I think it's more now, maybe 4.
4, I think.
Is it 4?
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and do our predictions.
Yep. I'll let you go first.
All righty. I'm thinking it's going to be a 24-21 game. I think it's going to come down to the wire.
Yep.
With us winning. Two teams, one more banged up than the other.
Yep.
I mean, what else? Other than that, I don't think the Giants are going to score more than 3 touchdowns. Barkley's going to be held to probably under 80 yards, we might guess. Who else? The receiving, they're probably going to have one receiver maybe go 60 yards, but I don't see anything happening. I think Danny's going to throw a pick six. It's going to go to St. Juice or Cam Carl.
I want to go to either. It could go to any 4 of them. Juiced, Fuller, Curl, or Forrest, and we'd all lose our minds.
Yeah, but I do think it's going to be 24-21. Sly's going to get that PAT for the win. Heineke's going to – the run game for us will be on point for sure.
Yeah, I really like that. Honestly, you took the score. I was going to go 24-21, so I'll raise you one. I'll go 25-20. I'll go 25.
25 why?
25? If you look, like I said, I looked at that 6 games. They're only putting up 24, 13. Whereas we got to step up against Philly. We got to step up against Minnesota. Had to step up, ironically, last week to Atlanta. If we can score more than 24, we're in good business. I say 25 because I think late in the game, it's going to be a 22-point game because Ron likes to go on these 2-point conversions every once in a while. And I think we're going to miss one. And then
all right, that's pretty good. Watch it before. Watch this be the score. Watch it be 17-10 or 17-7. That seems.
If we keep them under 10 points, honestly, I'd be happy. If it's 17-7, I'll be real happy. It says, hey, we can play 4 quarters of football, which we haven't been able to do all that often. Philly was the last truly we played 4 quarters. You give up the turnover, the first drive. Look, the first snap was the fumble recovery, but then he responded. And then he kept going. And then he picked them off twice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. All righty. We'll see about Sunday. But let's get into our lovely off-season simulator. We'll talk about resigning a couple guys, maybe cutting a guy or 2.
Yep.
Who should we target for agency, and who are we going to draft?
So, guys, we are currently looking on fanspeak.com, and we'll post this in the description down below. This currently gives us all of the cap hit, the dead money, the savings for every person on this roster. And then we can go in and say, maybe we want a free agent linebacker, maybe we want a free agent this. So currently sitting from Fanspeak, we have $20 million in cap space remaining, which I honestly believe.
Well, that's about to change after you cut Wentz.
It is
I don't
about to
think he's
change.
staying. No,
So,
no offense. Real quick, no offense to Wentz. I think he's at his lower end of his career. I don't think he has much longer as a starting quarterback. But I just don't see him working out for us, and that his money's killing us. So he's going to be bye-bye soon.
It is. So, guys, we're going to do this going in. So we're going to do this if this was the off season. This is the moves Justin and I would make. So right off the bat, we're going to cut Carson Wentz.
Yep, cut him.
Cut him.
Maybe go to Allen and say, hey, take off $5 million, restructure him.
Yep. So if you guys look, so currently $20,996,000. As soon as we cut him, $25,646. So we just got back $4 million and change. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit.
Restructure Allen real quick.
You want to restructure Allen?
Okay. Yeah, it's only going to be a couple million.
Brought us about $7.5 million back to cap. I'm gonna because I can't restructure anyone's deal now, guys. I wish I could. I think the next person we cut would be Bobby McCain.
I thought it would be Logan Thomas. He hasn't. I get he's come back from injury, but I love our tight ends we got now. Bates, Rogers,
Cole
Turner. Those three. Rogers has improved.
Yeah. All right. I'll go with it. I'll go Logan Thomas. So he's cut. That brings us now to 34. So we gained a few hundred thousand.
You do McCain too if you want.
Yeah, I think we'll go McCain because our safety room looks good. I think we'll probably pick up another one in the offseason or in the draft. Just for
I think JD's probably going to retire with his neck injury. So
probably. So,
you can cut him for free that way.
Yeah. So we'll cut him there. Going down the list, Cosme, Mathis, who we'll get back. Yeah, Butler, Curl, Smith-Williams, Hill. I don't see any other. Maybe Castro Fields, but even then,
maybe Dax.
Yeah, I could go. I would say Dax Milne.
I mean, he hasn't done nothing. He isn't that good of a returner though. He's a practice player.
Yep. So guys, we started off with 20 million in change in cap space. We're now sitting at 37.3. We picked up a little dead money, but now, like I said, we cut Wentz, we restructured Allen, cut Thomas, cut McCain, cut JD. He'll retire though, so that money probably will retire. So that money's gonna be funky. And then we scroll down, we cut Dax Milne. Some of you might say Castro Fields. Some of you might say Drew White. But Drew White was an undrafted free agent we picked up. He is on IR now, so we'll get him back next season. And he's less than $750,000.
Yeah, it's not worth to cut the guy. The guy, he had a good camp and everything before his injury.
Yeah. So that's going to be the cut. So this is what happens now, guys. So, it gives you the list of like that, Deshaun Watson was restructured, Dax was restructured, Cameron Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore, Taysom Hill. This kind of gives you just cut. Mitch Trubisky was cut, et cetera, et cetera. So now it is time to re-sign, guys. The first guy I'm re-signing is Daron Payne.
Agreed. He has to be re-signed. I mean, just the whole Allen and Payne duo.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy how these big Bama boys over here just run stuffing, could get to the pass rush or the quarterback, It's just crazy.
Yep. So I'm going to go 4 years, $20 million.
Ooh, that's a little too much there.
But I can choose how much is guaranteed.
No, that's $20 million per year. That's a little too much there. I'd go probably $9,000 a year.
$9 million a year?
$9 million a year, 4 years, maybe 50 or 60 guaranteed. Probably be the best.
We'll go 55 and see what happens. Just because, that's, half, so 4.5 guaranteed a year. Not terrible.
No.
It was offered. It was accepted.
Woo-hoo! You almost scared me for a minute. It was right? $20 million per year. My next,
I'd go Taylor, honestly.
Yep. I do like a 2 year, $5 million.
2 year. I would do 5.5, honestly.
That's money per year. Let's do 3 million. Because he's technically a backup quarterback that starts. He's not going to get nothing more than 5 million.
Nope, and I'll do 40% guaranteed.
Yep.
Also accepted. Beautiful. Then we look into Tyler Lawson, Wes Schweitzer, Trey Turner.
Abada
is a good edge on depth.
He needs to be 2 years. I mean, he's turns 30 or he's 30 now.
Yeah,
but he's wowing me. he was that guy we were all like, he was this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go 2 years, 2.5, 40% guaranteed.
Yep.
Accepted.
Second. Where are we at?
Cole Holcomb, my next
No,
one.
I wouldn't do that just yet.
Really?
Here's why. This a lot of people aren't going to like me for this. I think we give it the first week of free agency. Let him walk, see what the linebacking options are. Because Davis, he's done good. Holcomb, I get he fits our scheme and stuff, but we need something better than Holcomb.
Also true, but at the same time, Holcomb, you could franchise tag him though.
No, you do not want to do that because for linebacker, that's about 15 million per year.
Also
That
true.
franchise tag. So that's our whole. So you want to, if we're smart, we let him walk and see our other options. And then if we really want him, we'll be like, all right, we'll keep him.
I wish we could franchise tag or even renegotiate, but it doesn't let me for whatever reason. Anyone else you'd resign? Larson, Schweitzer, Trey Turner, Holcomb, Reeves. Reeves I do only for depth.
He could
I do like a 2 year, 2 million a year.
just do one year or 2 years, 1 million because he ain't going to get paid much. 2 million on specials isn't.
Yeah.
Not many people get paid that much
Yeah,
other than the Patriots, Matthew Slater.
Later, yeah. To like 50% guaranteed.
Yeah, that's only 500,000 or
Yep.
a million or something, whatever.
So that's that. We cut these guys, obviously. So I'm not sure if I bring it. Do you want to do any of these offensive linemen? If anyone had to choose out of these three, I'd probably go Schwartzer, but he's injury prone.
I mean, they're not going to. I highly doubt they're going to sign the first week of free agency. Normally, your depth linemen get signed later on a month or so. So we could let them walk and see your other options.
All right.
So
we re-signed Taylor, Alfe Obata, Deron Payne, and Jeremy Reeves. Anyone else out of these guys?
not that I think of.
Alrighty.
Like I said, we're only letting. Go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, I said we're only letting Holcomb leave because we're just going to see other options. I'm not saying we're going to go for somebody else. We could resign him if we don't see anybody else at linebacker.
Yep.
It's just one of those play it by ear kind of things, like we did with you guys probably remember Zach Brown, that speedy linebacker that we had a couple 2017, got from the Titans or Bills, like him. He signed 1 year with us. We waited the first week of that free agency, let him walk, and just re-signed him a 3 year deal.
Yep.
You know.
Any ballers, hold up. We got a few sponsors we need to personally thank for here at Ballin and Burgundy. First, our guy Washington on the Daily About Instagram and YouTube. Huge sponsor. We want to give our massive thanks out to them. You can follow Washington on the Daily, both on Instagram and on Twitter, WSH on the Daily. Our guy Tony, who's Pro Tech Sports Network. Huge thanks to him. I met up with him at the Commanders Vikings game. Huge thanks to him. Our guy Sanchez at On the Warpath podcast over on YouTube and on Instagram. And then finally, our guy Rio Robinson, Mr. Rambling with Rio himself, our newest sponsor, and a huge thanks to him. Met up with him at the Vikings Commanders game as well. Said thank you to him. Again, huge thanks. Again, all of their Instagrams and YouTubes are going to be down in the description. You guys go follow all of them. And again, one big thank you to Rio, Tony, Sanchez, Washington on the Daily for being sponsors of not only today's video, but Ballin and Burgundy as a podcast. Get back to work.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go next. So guys, this now gives us a list of who re-signs. Guys like Will Hernandez, Lamar Jackson was franchise tagged, Marcus Peter was re-signed, Jermaine Pratt, Dalton Schultz, Max Crosby was signed by Mason Crosby. I was about to say Kevin Pierre-Louis. So these guys just re-signed. Boston Scott, Sterling Shepard, Saquon was franchise tagged. So now we go into the free agent pool. So right now, we signed guys. Rest of the roster looks good. I say so. Right now it says we need receiver, corner, tight end, linebacker, offensive line. I'm gonna look at corner first.
Yeah, I mean there's some decent guys out.
Just decent guys. Byron Murphy's not a bad option.
No, I
Patrick P. But he's old. Jonathan Jones wouldn't hurt.
go to linebacker for a quick second. I just want to see something.
Monte David.
Monte David. He's old though, but he's still playing pretty good for
Jermaine
32.
Evans, Devin Bush, Anthony Walker Jr. There's Holcomb
Wow.
again.
Oh man,
Bobby Okereke, Kazir White, Denzel Perriman, TJ Edwards, Anthony Barr.
there's but there's a lot of guys. I'm not saying go for the best one or the worst one, or So what are you thinking here? You have go to guards real quick because I think our top needs right now are O line, linebacker, and
receiver,
cornerback.
Let's look at tight end, honestly. Just to see.
Good.
Gesicki, Evan Ingram, Irv Smith, Hooper, Hurst, Tunyon, Logan Thomas right there. None of these. I mean, Gesicki, but he's old, and I'd never want to see that gritty again in my life.
Kosecki's only 25.
I thought was older than 20. He looks older than 25.
25 or 26. He's running the Dolphins.
Yeah, but he looks. I mean, for being honest, he looks older. This man is 27 years old.
Oh, I was off a year or two.
27 years old. So he's not old, but he's aging for a tight end.
Yeah, what do we got at guard real quick?
Have a what?
Guard.
Dalton Reiser, John Feliciano, Wes, Trey, Ben Powers, Connor McGovern.
Who Green? He's probably older now than what he was.
Connor McDermott, David Questenberry.
All right. Where do you want to start there? I'll let you start it off.
I'm at centers. McGovern, Will Clapp, Lawson. Receiver-wise, Lazard, Jacoby, Juju, Jarvis.
I was say we don't really need a receiver. We're set at receiver. I don't know why it says receiver.
And honestly, we probably would still draft one anyway.
Late now.
Let's look. McLaurin, Samuel, Dotson, Diame. That's why. We have 4.
Yeah, you're all right right now. We can draft one.
Yeah, that's it. We'll draft. I'm gonna go linebacker first.
Who are you going to pick up here?
I'm looking at Devin Bush here.
Why do you think of Devin Bush?
I'm looking at Devin Bush because he was first with Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh, and we love me some Mike Tomlin. Second of all, he's gonna be. What's I'm looking for? He's gonna be disciplined. He's gonna be hungry, and he's gonna want to be on a team that's not gonna be bad per se. Because right now the Steelers are in a true rebuild. We're in the middle of it. We're really just a quarterback away, honestly. Again.
Yeah.
And honestly, Jamin Davis, Drew White, Bostic's going to still be there probably. But a Devin Bush and a Jamin Davis wouldn't be the worst combination.
No, because Jamin Davis is mainly a run stopper at linebacker, run support.
Yeah.
Devin Bush, he could tackle, he could cover.
Devin Bush is only 24.
Yeah, so I'd make a move with him, man.
He's young, 24. He's a little on the shorter side, 5'11", 234.
So we're going to Fletcher. Fletcher, 5'10".
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. I do a 2-year deal. I
wouldn't do 2 years. I'd probably go 3 or 4 because the bigger the deal, the more the money's spaced out.
Yep, 3 years. I'm gonna go $3 million only to see what happens.
I can tell you right now, with experience, it's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. But we'll go 50.
No, not $3 million a year.
How much are you thinking?
You're probably thinking of $8 million. Start out. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna say 7. I want to see if we can get on the lower end.
We could try.
Am I go through?
You have to wait for the hit next, but it did go through. Not yet. Let's sign somebody. Let's make an attempt at somebody else. You gonna go to guard real quick?
Let's go guard. Yeah, let's go guard.
I'm thinking probably be a little costly. Dalton Reiser. Put him at right guard.
Yeah, true. What are you thinking?
3 years.
3 years.
We'll go $7 million.
$7 million.
Only reason because he's the best guard out there, and he's going to probably require go 45%.
45.
Probably.
Make an offer there.
Anybody else? Dalton Reiser would fit our system pretty well.
Would Byron Murphy? I want to take a crack at.
Just remember, we could go negative in cap too, so you might want to be careful.
Yeah, we could. So I'm gonna do a 3-year. I like the 45%. I'm gonna go 4.5 because I want to take a crack. I want to see what piques the interest.
All right. Anybody else you want to make an offer at?
Quarterback, no. Running back, we're good on. Receiver, don't use a fullback. Tight end at draft. Offensive tackle.
Mike McGlinchey. He's like 28.
There's McGlinchey, Orlando Brown, George Fant, Jack Conklin.
Conklin's getting old. Oh, Greg Little. That's my man.
Greg
Little.
Andre Dillard.
He's 29.
You want to take a crack at Little?
Yeah, that's my man from Instagram. Shout out to Greg Little. He follows me on Instagram.
What you thinking?
2 years, 2 million.
2 years, 2 mil straight up?
Yep.
How
That'd be
much,
a fair deal.
how much guaranteed?
Oh, 45.
45?
Yep.
Alrighty, so we did four offers.
Yep. And you're gonna go. I'm done submitting offers for today.
All of them were declined.
Oh
And
no.
Riser got picked up by the Bears.
11 mil. Oh.
Wow. All right, let's see what happened. Greg Fant to the Panthers, Feliciano to the Panthers, Andre Dillard to the Lions, Austin Hooper to the Texans, McGarry to the Colts, JJ Watt to the Colts, Julio to the
Jones.
Bradbury stays on the Giants.
He went from Eagles to Philly, the Giants.
Back to the Giants. You like Apple to the Lions? Okay.
All right, go back to Bush is still there. Bush is number 1 right now.
Yeah, Bush
on
is
my list. Go to Bush. Offer him 3 years, 10 mil a year.
10 mil. How much?
Keep the 45%.
45. All right, let's go back to guard.
Turner's a no. Ben Powder's like 31, I think.
Yeah, let's go back to center. No, back to guard. Yeah, Greg. Yeah, Little's gone. Oh, it's D-line. My bad. I'll bet tackle Greg Little. Your man's Greg Little's still there.
Yeah, but 2 million, way more than 2 million a year is way too much in real life.
So guard. I mean, I've heard good things about Powers, McGovern, Questenberry, Van Rotten.
A lot of people say McGovern is a flag holder. He gets a lot of flags. You know what? We'll go get Wes back. We realize as a team we can't afford. Just do 2 years.
2 years.
Be cheap. Yeah, it's probably 2 mil.
2 mil.
He's a backup guard.
I'm gonna be weird. I'm gonna say like 2.45, just to be weird.
All right.
Do you want to go back to corner?
Let's just get a veteran cornerback. I don't think we need something crazy like a Sidney Jones would be terrible just as an option.
And Pat P, Sean Murphy Bunting.
Mike Hughes plays a lot of man, so no. Kyle Fuller, no.
Bryce Callahan.
Lonnie Johnson, no, he ain't been good.
Monty Warrior.
A lot of these guys play man.
Yeah, Sean Fenton, Sidney Jones, Pat P, Troy Hill, Sutton, Jones. Corner's a weird position. Safety-wise, Jordan Poyer's on the board.
Yeah, but we're set at safety.
We're set at safety, but that wouldn't be a bad vet to have.
Yeah, but he's going to start somewhere.
Also true.
And we're also moving Reeves up, too, from taking McCain's spot. I'd go like Sidney Jones.
Sidney Jones.
26, I think. Still young, has never hit a speed. 2-year deal.
2 years.
3,000 or 3 million.
3 million.
Bad.
You want to go what, half guaranteed?
You can.
So half. Anyone else? Linebacker we made on for Devin Bush. Kicker we're good on.
No, I wouldn't get nobody else. We're good on edge.
Fine. Definitely good on the D line.
I wouldn't go time. I really wouldn't because those 3 guys are young.
Yeah.
And there's still going to be veteran tight ends out there.
Yep. So you ready? You want day 2? I think we'll go to 3 days. We'll do this one and another one, and then we'll see.
Long as we can sign somebody.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Declined. Oh, Devin Bush took it.
Let's go. All right.
Devin Bush, 3 years, 10 mil. Let's see. Kareem Hunt to the Panthers. Alan Lazard to the Lions. Baker to the Texans. Teddy Two Gloves to the Colts. Melvin Gordon to the Dolphins. Flacco to the Seahawks. And Tramel Edmonds to the Seahawks. Seahawks got Flacco, McGlinchey, and Tramel Edmonds. Interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Day 3. This is where I think we pick up a corner again.
What are we at cap space?
18 mil.
Yeah, so we got to take it a little.
So we've signed one guy.
Yeah.
We have signed one guy that was, if he even makes it on this board. I don't think he does.
Above. He was the first. Right there. Under Reeves.
Oh, thank you. Devin Bush. Yes, we signed Devin Bush, 7.5 mil of that, cap hit. All right. So we got a linebacker. I think our next one's going to be corner and guard. Or corner and center. I like the Sidney Jones.
Dude, try a 5 mil 2 year.
2 year, 5 mil. Let's go 45%. I like this 45. And I want to take it, honestly, I kind of want to take a crack at Jamal Dean.
I mean, you could, but the issue is if both get accepted, or cap's gone
Also
for the
true.
draft.
Also true.
I mean, you can risk it another day if Jones don't accept.
Doesn't take it. I'm going to take another crack at Wes. 2 years. Actually, cap. Okay. Yeah. Wes, let's go 2 years, 45%. Go two and a quarter.
We had 3 million. Try 4 mil. So that wouldn't really kill us. Terrible.
Anyone else? That's a guard. That's a corner.
Nothing I can think of for right now. We're trying to get guys that fit our system.
Yeah.
Wes has an understanding of our system.
Sidney
It's
Jones
fine.
took it.
All right.
Jamal Dean to Atlanta. Byron Murphy to the Panthers. 5 years, 15.3. Good Lord.
He's gonna get big money this year.
Yep.
Just watch.
Jabril Peppers to the Texans. Jarvis Landry to the Colts. Mike White to the Vikings.
Sheesh.
Alrighty. Day 4. Do you want to try another crack at someone? We're sitting at 14 mil.
Just probably go guard. Orlando Brown didn't fit our system too well.
Orlando Brown. Okay. He's an offensive tackle.
Yeah, I know. He just didn't fit our system well.
Yeah.
He plays more of a, I would call it. We need more of like a balanced lineman, not a. He's a pass blocker mainly.
Yep. Any offensive tackle?
He can give a shot at any of them. Orlando Brown's going to be 10 plus mil. Jack Conklin might be 8 million a year.
Let's go a little. Let's go 5 mil.
2 years.
2 years. So half guaranteed.
Greg Little.
Yeah,
he started. Yeah, he started with the Dolphins this year. He's a great guy. He isn't the best all tackle. He isn't the worst. He's that mid-tier kind of guy. He mainly played right tackle. He's kind of like Cornelius Lucas kind of guy.
True. Guard wise,
I don't see anybody.
if Wes doesn't take the money now, I don't think he'll take the money regardless.
No.
Center.
No, there's no point. You can re-sign Morrison later on.
Yeah, and then wide I'm curious what receivers are on the board. Juju, Sammy, McCole Hardman, Kadarius Toney, but
not worth it.
No, not worth it. Alrighty.
Sure.
Day 4 in the book. Oh, we only offered Greg Little, but he declined.
All right, let's go ahead and get to the draft.
Yep, Jerry Tillery to the Bengals, Daniel Jones to the Lions.
Ooh. Sorry for Jared Goff.
Yep, alrighty. So let's skip the rest of free agency. Alrighty. So we cut Wentz, Logan Thomas, Bobby McCain, JD, and Dax. We restructured John, Allen. We re-signed Payne, Heineke, Obata, Reeves, and we picked up Devin Bush and Sidney Jones.
Yeah. And overall, we would have picked up O-line depth, but this isn't really a realistic simulator.
Nope. And then we're still sitting at 14 mil cap space with about only 5 mil in dead money, which really ain't bad.
No.
It really ain't bad. So do you want to do a quick draft simulator real quick, or?
Sure. Yeah, real quick. I mean, if we added the offensive lineman, this probably would have been a B minus probably. That's what I'd grade that. A B minus. I mean, Devin Bush, no offense to Holcomb, just a complete upgrade over Holcomb.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Who am I thinking of? Who else did we sign again? Oh, Bush and
Sidney Jones and Devin Bush.
Oh, Sidney Jones. Sidney Jones, the veteran, never going to speak to the NFL.
Yep.
Plays a heavy zone scheme. Isn't terrible, isn't the best. He's that veteran guy who will come here, help out, and he's calling.
Yep.
So when your Kendall Fuller gets hurt or your Benjamin St. Just still be there.
Yep. All right. So I went to PFF right now. They're one of the better ones. So we're sitting at number 20. This only goes to 2 rounds. So
dang. Does it?
It only goes to 2 rounds, but honestly, right now, we might not even have a second round pick if Carson doesn't play. So we'll see. We're sitting at number 20. Got a few guys in front of us, got a few behind us. Let's go in. Do you want to trade? So we're sitting at 20. We have Baltimore, New York, Cincinnati, New York, Denver, Tennessee, Dallas, Buffalo, Minnesota, Kansas City, and Philly. I don't see a scenario where we trade back and get for much.
I don't. I do, honestly. I think we might trade back maybe 4 or 5 picks, go like the 26th, 27th, gain an extra 2-day pick. But I don't see us trading up for anybody. I truly don't. I'm not in love with anybody in this draft at all. I don't see us trading up for a quarterback for sure.
No. So this would get us If we did 20 for 26, that would get us number 89, which I think is a third or a fourth. Or if we go Dallas, we go in division, we'd get 27 and 90. And 122. Honestly, I'd probably go Dallas. We get another pick out of them.
And their rival too. So if they give me your pick, go ahead and take your bust.
Yeah. So which one, Tennessee or Dallas?
What's Dallas or Tennessee have again?
Tennessee was 26 and 89. 153 is kind of late.
What's the Bills have?
The
Or
Bills,
no, the Dolphins. Dolphins.
Dolphins are forfeited.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Dolphins are forfeited. So we want
That is right.
Buffalo, we could get 28, 91, and 123.
Actually, real quick, instead of all the picks, do the first and second. See if it'll accept. That's
50.
pretty. It's hit or miss. I've seen it happen. It has happened before in the past. I'd rather have an extra second than 2 extra picks.
You want to try to send it?
Send it.
Decline.
Try adding the 147.
147.
Probably.
Nope.
Wow. All right. How much for that?
What is Minnesota? This is far back, but Minnesota has 29 and 93.
I wouldn't do that.
Nope. And then Kansas City, if you got to go all the way back, 30, 60.
40. Ooh, 30, 62, 124, and 158.
Nope, that I don't see that happening. 158 would be a big chance.
True. It might. I mean, there are teams. Send it.
No.
Wow. All right. It's like trading back. Yeah, go ahead and just do that. No extra picks. Just do the first 2. There we go. That's fair.
All right, so we got a 30.
All right, go ahead and give it a start.
All right, let's start. I have it on medium speed, so we can kind of look. All right, so first, Bryce Young, Will Anderson, CJ, Jalen Carter, Miles Murphy, Cam Smith, Byron Breeze, Peter, Kelly Ringo, Will Levi, Jordan Addison, Jacksonville. Wow. Tanner McGee, another name. Michael Meyer to LA. Bijan, hold on. Let's evaluate. All right. So top 10, this makes sense. Bryce Young, Will Anderson, CJ Stroud. That's solid. Number 3, those are guaranteed. Smith, fine. They need help on the line for Minnesota, Arizona. Corner for Green Bay. They need receiver help, if anything.
Yeah. They probably get the top receiver out of the draft.
They should have.
Be my guess.
Here's the thing. Will Levi to Las Vegas. All right. First receiver off the board, Jordan Addison out of USC, who is a stud, but to Jacksonville. That's the first receiver off the board.
You never know. I mean,
you never know. And then Jackson Smith and Najigba to Atlanta. But Tanner McGee out of Stanford to Indy. Interesting.
It's all about scheme and systems.
Yeah, now I see something. Michael Meyer to LA. That kind of makes sense. Quentin Johnson out of TCU to New England. Again, I think that's interesting. I think they took a quarterback. I'm not sure if Kyle Trask is the answer. But Bijan Robinson to Kansas City, where they have Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Isaac Pacheco, who was a good 1-2 punch. Do they move on from Clyde Edwards-Helaire? That's the case?
It might be. I mean, Andy Reid, he's every time. Think back in Philly. He's always had that speedy running back. Darren Sproles, Sean McCoy. And he drafted him at KC.
Yeah.
And he's more of a power rusher. He needs that speed and power rush balance, which that's what he has. So you could get maybe a 3rd or 2nd round pick if you trade him like the Rams or somewhere.
Yeah. And then Trent Simpson, first linebacker off the board to the Jets. That kind of makes sense. But let's keep going. Bengals, tackle, edge to them, edge, tackle, wide receiver. 2 receivers taken already off the board. Keyshawn Butte from LSU to Dallas, and Josh Downs from NC to Minnesota. So honestly, is my favorite corner still on the board? Joey Porter.
Joey Porter is my number 1 pick for us this year. I don't care what anybody say. They were a rumor about a month ago, I think it was. We had some scouts talking with them.
Yeah.
And they apparently fell in love with his gameplay too. So
right now it says Brian Branch is the best, and Jalen Jones. We can go Osiris Torrance guard. He's probably the best guard, I think, in this draft out of Florida. And then Joey Porter. I still like Porter. I like Porter.
Go Porter. Porter's going to be more of a I'm more ready.
Yeah.
So Porter.
Goes next. Clark Phillips to Minnesota, Pittsburgh. Guard. Osiris goes to the Saints. Okay. Edge. Receiver to another receiver to Jacksonville. That's 2 picks. Another tight end to Atlanta. Linebacker. Hendon Hooker just went second pick in the draft to the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
So hold on. They took Hendon Hooker and they took Quinton Johnson. That's interesting.
You remember, he's coming off injury. Brady, there are rumors Brady wants out of the Bucs to go back to the Patriots one final year. That literally just came up 2 days ago.
Yep. So I say we go offensive line here. Inside offensive line. Blake Freeland, that is a tackle, center, tackle, guard.
Well, let's see here.
Where does linebacker sound more? Where's my linebackers? Linebacker. So,
No.
Campbell was a guy on my list, but I don't like that. Tight end. I think offensive line is the move here.
I think it's going to be Blake Freeland. I have heard. I haven't seen a whole lot about him. I know he's a physical blocker, and I've seen some of his blocking. He isn't the best. He isn't the worst. He has to improve on his blocking. But other than that, he's not that bad of a players we have on the board.
Alrighty, we'll go with him. Blake Freeland, welcome to Washington. Corner, edge, safety, center, then in, edge. Back to us with the Kansas City trade.
Let's see.
Says we need QB, but there's really no QB left on the board. No,
Let's see.
Where is actually Anthony Richardson? Oh, he hasn't declared it yet. That's why. Okay. So we have a corner. We have a linebacker. Go tight end.
I mean, you could. That means we have 4 tight ends that are really young.
Well, remember, we cut Logan Thomas. So we have 3.
Well, 3. Well, 3 tight ends. Well, he'd be 4th. That means we would have 4 tight ends that have played less than 3 years in the NFL and are pretty young and inexperienced, other than Bates.
Jalen Hyatt's a really good receiver out of Tennessee.
True, but we don't want to waste talent.
We don't.
We have Curtis. We have Terry. You have Dotson. You drafted Dotson for a reason. You brought Samuel to be that Debo 2.0. And you have Denami Brown, who sits the bench. And you have Cam Sims, who he's going to get re-signed or not, which I think he will because he's a core special teamer. So your options are very slim here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go linebacker. You can go back to guard.
Linebacker, Cedric Gray, Jack Campbell. Safety, Skinner, Joseph. Tight end is still Washington.
Maybe take a reach at a guard. See who's at guard.
Linebacker. Get that off it. Inside the guard is Christian Haynes from Connecticut.
Yeah, that'd be a huge reach.
Right now, the best players on the board. Edge is Emmanuel Forbes at corner out of Mississippi State. Best linebacker on the board is still Cedric Gray.
Click on Gray.
Oh, you can't click on him.
No. Well, it's either Gray or tight end at this point.
I think I go linebacker, build up some of that depth.
True. It'd be like the Jaguars. I mean, they have 5 good linebackers.
Exactly.
4 play, and Muba hasn't.
Yeah. You want to go with him?
Yep.
Cedric Gray. So, our overall draft grade, it's a B-.
Not bad.
So,
I mean,
Trade was a B. Joey Porter was a B-, C and C-. All right.
It's not terrible. I mean,
not terrible.
This is only a mock. This is to show everybody what it's going to be like. A couple players we could target.
Yeah.
And of course, maybe next time we'll have a better one for you where we go full 7 rounds. We have a longer time. But overall, guys, hopefully we'll see what you guys think in the comment section, what you feel, what should we do, what shouldn't we have done, who should we brought, Go ahead and give us your predictions of the Giants game, Like always, give us a like, comment, follow, always talk to us, all that. We're here for you guys.
Absolutely.
You have anything else to add, Jonathan?
No, like you said, like, subscribe, follow the channel, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Ballin in Burgundy. Huge thanks to our sponsors as always. We love you guys and we appreciate you guys. And hopefully we walk out on Sunday 8-5. That's the goal.
I hope.
Other than that, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Don't forget to stay ballin'. We'll see you guys.
Ballin.